So here's my friend that, oh my god, here's my friend that just watched Shubh Mangal Zyada Saavdhan with me. What are your initial thoughts?
I enjoyed it. First and foremost, I enjoyed it. It's, stuff will go over your head if you're just not, like, used to Indian culture and this and that.
You guys, judging by, this backdrop right here, obviously I watched Shubh Mangal Zyada Saavdhan first because, first of all, it's relatable to me. And second of all, I am just so happy and proud of Bollywood for making such a bold topic for mainstream India. And honestly, there hasn't been a movie like this. At least to my knowledge, there hasn't been a mainstream movie talking about same-sex couples. Love wins. Love wins after all. By the end of this movie, I was tearing up. I was tearing up because it's such an emotional movie. For me personally, everything was relatable. The dialogue, the reactions, the conversations between people, everything was so relatable that it was just so engaging to watch, to follow the journey between Aman and Karthik. Is just, I guess it's the reason why I felt more connected to the characters, and that I feel like it's the reason why I kind of teared up at some parts of the movie. The chemistry between the two lead characters, Ayushmann Khurrana and Jitu, perfect casting. Seriously, honestly speaking, perfect casting. And especially with a movie like this, chemistry is important. And I felt it. I felt so much of that chemistry. They work so well together. And the important message of this movie ultimately is love is love. And love being all kinds of love, whether it's romantic or family or friends. First and foremost, I just want to say that this movie is not really about a love story between Karthik and Aman, which is played by Ayushmann Khurrana and Jitu. This is less about the love story between these two. Even though this movie is involving a love story between these two characters, this movie is first and foremost a love story between a son and father. Because basically this movie is talking about the reactions of Aman, played by Jitu, coming out to his family and expressing his love for his loved one, which is Karthik, played by Ayushmann Khurrana. That's the whole theme of this movie, is just love wins. Love wins. On all definitions of love. And it's such a heartwarming movie. Props and love to the cast, and of course, love for the director Hitesh Kualia for making such a movie, a bold movie for mainstream India. I love the fact that it's a comedic movie. It's not comedic to the point where it does not take the topic at hand seriously, because this movie treats the topic seriously. This movie treats this topic really delicately and sensitively, and a lot of the jokes, a lot of the comedy in this film is not done at the expense of the same-sex couple. A lot of the jokes came from just a lot of the communications and dialogues between family members. It's not making the LGBTQ community as the butt of the joke. Not in the way Dostana treated this topic. Dostana ultimately treated the LGBTQ topic as a joke. Gay couples are essentially a joke in that movie. And even though that Dostana was an entertaining movie, LGBTQ community was not treated, seriously in that movie. The comedy done in this movie is done so in a way where it makes this topic, the topic of same-sex couples, easily digestible for people. Everyone. What I love about this movie is whether or not you support this topic, it brings up the conversation and brings this topic to the spotlight. Because not many people talk about it. Not many people talk about it. So the fact that it's in mainstream India is already a big thing. And the biggest part was the kiss. The fact that watching the reactions for the kiss was the best part for me, because it just shows that this was the right move. This movie was the right move. Everyone did a good job with this film, honestly. The lead cast, supporting cast, everyone, and the two main leads, Ayushmann Khurrana and Jitu, honestly, they're so cute together. Ayushmann Khurrana, Gajraj Rao, Neena Gupta, all fantastic actors. Even Pankori Awasthi, who plays the girl that the parents of Aman try to set him up with. Everyone is amazing in this movie. But the shining star of this movie, to me at least, is Jitu. He is just so adorable and so... You feel for his character, you know, and you just... For me, he's relatable. He's the relatable one, even though Ayushmann Khurrana's character is also relatable, but he is just such a well-written character, and he plays it so well, and it's so fun watching him grow from a web series to this big Bollywood film. And he's such an amazing actor in this movie, so emotional, and everything that he does and says, you feel it. You feel it so much. I love it. Jitu is the shining star of this movie for me. The songs, obviously, are part of the package, and they are amazing. And there's one song in particular, which I'm pretty sure you all know, but there's one song in particular that ends up at the credits of the scene, and if you watch this movie, you'll know which song I'm talking about, which basically ties the whole movie together in a nice package, and this movie just ends in a big, warm, happy, fuzzy hug. It's really difficult for me to choose which one's my favorite, but if I were to choose, there is one hidden gem song in this film which I personally loved. Out of all the songs, I love the subtitles because the translations of the lyrics just makes the meaning of the song even deeper for me and even more emotional. The song is sung by one and only Arjit Singh, no one could have done it better, honestly. He is so good with these kinds of songs, and the song comes at a very specific point in the movie that is very touching and emotional, which is perfect for the song. The song is called Rock, and when that song played, I didn't even know what to think, you know? I was just so deep in my emotions and connected with the characters and just so engaged with the film, and that point in the movie, I was just... If you've seen the movie, you know what part I'm talking about and why this song is very, very powerful in the movie. It's very emotional part of the movie. What I think people would not like that much is that this kind of movie follows a certain formula. If you watch these kind of films, you know the beats and the formula to the movie, so you know one act to the second act to the third act. You know how the story, you know, supposedly goes. Overall speaking, in the movie theater that I was in, majority of the people liked it. Majority of the people liked it. I will say this, that this movie will definitely open up a lot of people's minds. It is okay for people to still have negative thoughts and negative opinions about this certain topic, because in the end, everyone has the right to their own opinions. That's what's so great about this movie, is because this movie is made for everyone. This movie is dealing with a sensitive topic in a very mature way, intelligent way, very entertaining way, that it appeals to the mass audience. Overall, I would have to, if I were to rate this movie, I would have to give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's not a perfect movie. It has its flaws, but I respect it for what it is. It will be discussed and remembered as something that's important in India. It is the first mainstream movie dealing with this topic that happens to a lot of people, and it's bringing this conversation out in the open. Even though it's not a perfect movie, I love it. It has a lot of effort put into this. Another thing that I really appreciate about this movie is that it is not preachy. You guys, did you see this movie? These are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, if you have any other suggestions for me, please keep them coming. Subscribe to my channel if you want more updates on reactions and reviews. And I'll see you guys later.